kicking on mixed martial arts in Africa.
Oh, good. Nice and aggressive off the start. Nice and aggressive. Zico looking very comfortable there. Not afraid to exchange, eh?
Yeah, a lot of leg kicks early on here, Gareth, but we know that both these guys are fantastic grapplers. I think JT Butcher is going to be wary of the throws of Makangele.
JT doesn't want to. He doesn't want to circle into that power. He wants to.
Oh, that's a nasty right hand, isn't it, from Zico?
Lovely setup down to the bottom and over the top. That's what he's got to look for. If he really wants to make that right hand count, he wants to lure him into that right hand.
I see JT moving to southpaw now, Gareth. Is that to protect the leg? Because he did take a couple of blows to that left naga sees, going back to orthodox. But he was getting lit up a bit with those early leg kick attacks. But that right hand from Zico is nasty.
Look, such is the game that people have adapted and they can fight off both. Oh, nice overhand right there by JT. That got the attention of Zico.
And both these lads are, well, it's another big
lovely
right
straight
hand coming over.
He's finding a home very early for that. If I was JT, I would really not press the pressure too much. I would get on my feet. He's getting caught every time as he comes in for that exchange. His switch of his feet definitely needs to be moved on to the outside channels.
He is moving stances quite a lot, but he's getting lit up regardless of his stance, Gareth, and he's coming in a variety of stances, but it makes no difference to Zico Makangele. He's just like lighting up.
Oh, another big right hand by JT. It's quite a frantic pace already.
Yeah, I've been waiting 421 days, Gareth. I mean, what a tough debut for both these guys. Coming in with fantastic amateur reputations as well. Really need to make their stamp on the first fight of mixed martial arts in Africa in over a year.
I'd like to see Zico mix up a few feints behind that right hand. Get him moving, get him faking. Get him to react to that feint and then drop that big hammer in.
But what does JT Butcher need to do here, Gareth? He's going in and he's covering up with his guard and he's coming out again. And he's just taking punishment. He doesn't seem to be coming into the pocket with much offense.
I think at the stage that he's going defensive in the zone there, in the striking zone. He needs to. I'd like to see him.
Oh, it's a great right coming in there.
Yeah.
That rocked him, so that's why he went for the takedown. Good sprawl from Zico though.
Nice and strong as well.
Oh, nice shoulder throw from Zico. Really adapted nicely to the sprawl.
Nice double hooks there. He wants to turn onto that outside arm with that overhand guillotine. He really wants to turn his head underneath the armpit, just over the top to the back of his head.
Again, we've heard so many things about this fantastic judoka, Zico Makangele, that wonderful throws he has, and we saw it with a beautiful technique. But JT Butcher's turtling up, and this is a dangerous place for him to be in, Gareth.
I'm seeing a lot of strength. He seems to be trying to muscle his way through a lot of stuff. He's really just got to compose himself, relax it a bit, get himself into good positions, and go through the systems that he's been taught. CRT have an unbelievable wrestling game. He won't have been in a space where he would not have faced this before. He's got to slow himself down, get himself back into the fight, compose himself. Oh, lovely right hand, good return. He needs to stay up straight, guys.
Yeah, JT Butcher was starting to compose himself before that scramble on the ground, but he did well to get back to his feet without taking much punishment. Zico Makangele, as a top-level judoka, perhaps should have used that opportunity more to create some more damage, but then why does he need to if JT Butcher keeps coming in and taking that overhand right in his guard? Again, that right's coming in.
You can't take too many of those. That I can promise you. Those are hard.
They're powerful, and they can even hurt you through your guard, can't they, Gareth?
Look, it only takes one. We know that in this game. So, JT needs to be a little bit more cautious. Control the space a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a fantastic first round, but I think coming into the second, we've only got 30 seconds left in the first, and it's been one heck of a pace. Again, Butcher goes for the sprawl.
He now needs to turn himself on the outside. His takedowns, his shots is very lateral.
Oh, it's a beautiful uppercut by Butcher.
Lovely uppercut. Oh!
Oh, these boys have not come here to play, Gareth. What a cracking first round. It's serving worth a weight. What is JT Porter going to the second round? Because he's looking to set up the takedowns with his striking, but he's just taking too much shots coming in. Wow, what a cracking round. That was all action.
Very, very interesting round. That I was very impressed with the way that Zuko controlled the range. He was very, very... He didn't rush anything. He made sure that he was very composed in his striking. He didn't throw a lot out.
Yeah, this corner cam is brought to you, Gareth, by Restonic Mattresses, supporting dreams since 1938, and you're spot on, Gareth, you really are. And it was a good game plan. He was just looking to counter and cause the damage once JT Porter was coming in.
There was not a lot wasted there, Simon, not a lot wasted, which is the important thing.
Conrad Siavi, the head coach from the BIA, looking after his protege. We've been waiting for the debut of this guy for quite some time. Well, let's take a look, Gareth, at the Restonic Mattresses who bring you this action replay, and it was great action right from the beginning. That right hand causing a lot of damage. Nice right as well coming back from JT Porter.
Oh, that one flush on the money maker.
Yeah, it's very patient for Zico Makengele. You were very right. JT Porter kept coming into the pocket with his guard up, and as you said, you can't take too much of that damage.
I'd like to see JT set up his takedowns now. Get behind a good combination, get a good shot and turn off the angle. He's too direct in his takedown. With a judoka who has incredible hips like he does, you cannot force the straight drive. We need to get on the angle. We need to hit a good single, good double, and make sure we turn the corner.
JT Porter smiling, a bit more light on his feet now, but now it's Makengele that's coming forward with his strikes. That might play into JT Porter's counter game plan of using the counter to take him down.
JT looks like he's breathing quite heavy. Mouth is open, needs to bite down hard on that gum guard. With the right hands that have been coming in, he's putting himself at a lot of risk. You see how he's trying to latch over that leg? He's trying to use that latch to turn around the corner.
Again, Zico Makengele, almost like he's hearing you, Gareth, is certainly wise to it.
Just unbelievable base. He's got this incredible base, super strong.
The BIA camp certainly making up for the lack of audience here. Again, it's one of those second rounds where after such a frantic first round, coming into the second, both guys a bit wary of each other's power. But that right hand certainly scoring for Zico again.
He's definitely found a home for that right hand. Not as much sting as we did in the beginning as we go here into the 4th minute of the... Oh, almost a good transition. Looking for...
Oh, nice right uppercut from Porter again.
Lovely uppercuts.
Now he's covering up, looking for the single, Gareth. It's a great sprawl from Zico Makengele. I mean, this guy's got great defense.
Strong.
But we saw in the first round, he's some beautiful technique as well. That shoulder throw was very sweet, particularly in the scramble.
Simon, I must tell you that it's incredibly difficult to compete with somebody who's exceptionally strong and has an unbelievable skill set.
JT Porter, like you said, he needs to hit down on that gum guard and really bite down because he's really struggling now. Both guys are looking like they've already gone 3 rounds.
Not moving a lot. The switches aren't coming anymore. He's not finding those angles. He needs to get on his toes. He needs to keep moving.
Oh, that's right. Comes in again.
Oh.
Porter's in trouble. He's turtling up. He's not going anywhere.
And that's it. It's done.
Oh, my goodness. What a debut. For Zico Makengele. Derails the JT Porter hype train before it leaves the station. Porter upset about the decision. And CIT guys are having a right go at our referee, saying they're very unhappy with the stoppage, but I didn't see JT Porter putting up much defense once he was on the ground, Gareth.
Look, as I said before, you can't take too many of those right hands. That right hand was over the top and caught him behind the ear. It's got a quick shut off. It put him down on his knees, and you're right, there wasn't a lot of defense. He was in a very dominant position, and he was executing. He was dropping those hands in and underneath the armpit, and they were really, really starting to land. I think the ref made a good call. At the end of the day, you can't judge a ref for making a split decision.
Oh, what a fantastic debut. I mean, JT Porter looking pretty handy, but really the story of the fight was that incredible overhand right that kept coming in, and it was ended up being the weapon that finished the fight, that started it.
The thing that I liked the most about it, he was patient with it. It wasn't wild. He wasn't rushing. He picked it over and over and over and over again. He kept on finding its home. As you can see, there's not much of a defense there.
No, the Restonic matches action replay certainly does show the fact that JT Burton was covering up and was really going nowhere, but there was that fantastic right that kept coming through, and down the middle, down the pipe it went.
You see in that exchange there were 3 that landed.
Yeah,
those will eventually count.
Well,
caught him on the back of the ear.
He did get him on the back of the ear, but it was the right hand that went down the middle that originally caused him some damage. And it was really an attritional right hand that coming in. JT Burton, unfortunately, didn't have the answer, particularly on the ground he was covering up, and I don't think you can really argue with that stoppage. He looks up at the referee straight away and saying, "What the heck are you doing, mate?" But really, he had not much defense on the ground. The referee went in to protect the fighter's safety, and it was a good call.
Look, at the end of the day, the rules state, was he intelligently defending himself? And by the look of that, he was taking a lot of punishment.
Well, still waiting here for the official result. We've just got to look back on a fantastic action-packed first round. And what a great debut for Zico Makengele from BIA in Pretoria. I mean, there's a lot of BIA fighters on this card tonight, and that's a fantastic first victory with this emerging camp from Midrand, from Pretoria. And I know we're going to expect more from JT Burton. He's going to take that and go back to the drawing board at CIT, and they're going to fix those holes in the game, particularly the defense against a guy who's got such a hard overhand right. I mean, how do you protect against that, Gareth? I mean, JT kept coming into the pocket and covering up, but he kept taking the damage. I mean, what's he going to do differently? What is Mone Fissa going to do on the mats and say to him, you need to avoid this in the future?
So as you saw in the first round, he was on his toes, he was moving, he was picking the lines and coming in on different angles.
Well, let's get this one in the official record books and send it up to my colleague in the hexagon. It's Khotso Ramopo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Pregi Valiatham has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 11 seconds of the second round, declaring by winner, TKO due to strikes, Zico the Gorilla Makengele.
I'm here with your winner, Zico Makengele, top-level judoka coming in from Brothers in Arms. And Zico, you've got to be happy with that kind of debut. What a fantastic performance for your first fight in the AFC. How happy are you? Es-tu très content?
Yeah, merci vraiment. Pona kumbana ngali boso esalinga bena victoire na ngala zui. Mbala stima na sala susu. Oye sengeli na sala pona nazwa ka ba victoire na bandi boye ezanza balon pona ngai.
Yeah, it was a short notice fight, but I did my best. I think next time I will really prepare for the next win. Yeah.
So who do you want next? Because that was a fantastic debut. The middleweight division in the EFC is a fantastic division. I know Conrad and Anaset at BIA want a specific opponent for you. Who is it?
Yeah, I'm a soldier. I'll still be a soldier. I'm not afraid of anyone. Anyone can give me. Even next event I'm in. Let's go.
Fantastic win on your debut. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Zico Makengele.